Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review. Cádiz new, Real Madrid 2, a victory away against a team that aren't the easiest to beat, a team that are trying to stay off the relegation zone. And even though we did score our goals in the later part of the second half, let's be honest to ourselves, this was one of the few games where it was actually kind of convincing, and a game where we showed we were dominating and we were genuinely brilliant. 35 shots, 11 on target. It tells you all you need to know. That was brilliant. That was honestly brilliant. And you know what? Let's give credit to the players that when we do not play as well, we kind of give a bit of stick to. But those players out there gave everything. I mean, look, the reliable duo are back. Nacho and Asensio. I said this in a couple of previews ago, maybe last preview or review or whatever. You got your players who are reliable. And I think three pops up at the top of my head. Nacho, Asensio and Lucas Vazquez. They aren't starters. They are Spanish, which doesn't really mean much, but just saying. And they are players that might not be the best in their position, but they do the job when they are supposed to. They score goals, even though Nacho and Vasquez are mainly defenders now, and they just help the team get the results. Reliable. And this is what you want to see. Experienced players, reliable players, players who you know you can count on when you're having a difficult period, players you know that maybe you can rely on to get you a goal when you need the goal. You know, these are the expectations that you expect. And fair play to Nacho, fair play to Asensio for being there and scoring the goals. Let's talk about the lineup, shall we? Since we are talking about players. So, obviously, Courtois. I think I got my backline spots on. Vasquez, Militao, Rudiger, Nacho. I had a gut feeling that maybe Alaba could have played, which he got the rest. Camavinga got the rest, even though Camavinga did come on. Alaba didn't come on. Carvalho didn't come on, which is good. So, yeah. The midfield, I got a bit mixed up here because I looked back at the Villarreal game where we lost 3-2, and the midfield trio was Asensio, I believe it was Tchouaméni, and I believe it was Ceballos, right? So I thought it was going to be the same. Now Tchouaméni did play and Ceballos did play, but Valverde played, which was a bit of a surprise because of what we have seen happening going around, and I've spoken of it before, so I won't speak much about it, but we know what's going on. So I thought maybe, in La Liga at the moment, you might bench him. Maybe he can come on, but you wouldn't want to start him. And you know what? He started, and fair enough. Fair enough. And then the front three, I technically got Asensio, right? In hindsight, my front three, I believe, was Rodrigo, Benzema, Vini. Obviously, Vini had a bit of a knock, which means that he wasn't even on the bench, and so wasn't Cruz as well. So I think Vini and Cruz had a bit of a knock. So I think the two of them were out, and yeah, they were out. So I got my team right, except for the fact that Valverde came in instead of Vini. So I got one wrong, which isn't that bad. But enough on the formation. Let's talk more about the game in general. Like we've been talking about, look, it's not going to be a La Liga winning performance. It's not going to define whether we win the league. Because let's be clear to ourselves. Now I'm recording this where Barca haven't played their game yet. I don't know who they're playing. So, But let's be clear to ourselves They're 13 points clear. I expect them to win. Actually, who are Barca I'm playing? Let me just have a bit of a check to see who Barca are playing. So I see Barcelona. I actually currently playing Getafe when I'm recording this. Wow, 0-0 at the moment. But let's be honest. Let's say they do win and extend it to 13 points, and it's gonna be 13 points. Realistically, it's not happening, bro. Like, it's not happening. So let's get it out of the window. But there's Atletico Madrid, who are 2 points behind. Again, if they win, they're still 2 points behind. But there's a problem here. You got Atletico chasing you down, while everyone's talking about you chasing Barca, which isn't realistic at all. But no one's talking about what's more realistic, which is Atletico chasing Real Madrid and overtaking them. So you gotta look behind you, and it's like a race. If you can't settle for first, don't be like, I have to beat him. And then what you do is you ended up getting injured. You get injured because you sprint, and then you look behind, your competitor overtakes you. Now, it's the same thing. You are currently in a race. Barca are all the way in front. They're going to cross the finish line. Rather than say, look, I'm going to turn into the Flash and just splash there and break myself and injure myself, why not just settle for second, which is the best outcome you could get, rather than get third or fourth, worst case. So look, you gotta think about it that way, and you gotta still be performing and getting the results, which we did. So you know what? Fair enough. We move on. We got Chelsea next. I'll talk more about that in my Chelsea preview. But first up though, let's talk about the first goal scored by Nacho. 72 minutes it took for us to break the deadlock. But if it takes 72 minutes, then it takes 72 minutes. It's a good goal. Nacho's effort from distance drew into the bottom corner. It was a good finish. Bottom corner, no chance for, I think it was Gil, who was second or third choice goalkeeper for them, who played incredibly well, by the way. Made some big saves. It could have been way more than 2. I think it could have been 3-4, maybe 1-5 now. I think without him, it would have been worse. So you know what? Fair play to him. And you know what? Cádiz actually did quite well. I think offensively they weren't great, but we all know a team like Cádiz will just come into such a big game trying to sit back, trying to play defensive. And you know what? It actually kind of paid off, because look, they lost, but defensively they kept us not quiet, but they didn't allow in more than 2 goals. It could have been 3, 4, or even 5, like I said. So you know what? Fair play to Cádiz and fair play to the keeper. And then the second goal was scored by Asensio. How many games is there in a row now? Obviously he scored against Chelsea. Did he score against Villarreal? Wait, I can't remember who even scored against Villarreal. Either ways, back-to-back games for Asensio to get himself a goal. Like I said, Mr. Reliable. You just expect someone like Asensio to be on the bench, come on, and then score. But he started and he still scored anyway. So you know what? Fair enough. That contract situation is complicated at the moment, it seems. Look, if he leaves, obviously I wouldn't be like, yes, you know, that's stupid. But if you look at that situation, you go, is Asensio good enough to start? And that's question number 1. You gotta ask yourself. And if your answer is no, then that proves your point. We should let him go. Or we should have sold him, which we can't now. But if you say yes, he's good enough, then let me ask you another question. Do you think Ancelotti, whom I assume will stay now, would give him the chance next season? And when I say chance, I don't mean starting one game against Arsenal and then not starting for 5 months, and then after 5 months he starts against Alche and then bangs in a hat trick. That's not what I mean by starting. What I mean by starting is playing every game possible, except for injuries, except for things like that he can't control. But when he's fit, he's available, he is 100% on the team sheet, selected week in, week out. And if you say yes, then that's your opinion, I'll respect it. If you really think Asensio will get the start, then fair enough. But I will be honest with you, the clear answer and the most logical answer here is no. He will not get the start every single game because of Rodrigo, who played incredibly well, by the way. We'll get onto him later on. Because we've got Fede Valverde, who we can also use at right wing. Because you got Brahim Diaz, who could be coming back. And as horrific as that sounds, he might actually get a chance. So you know what? Asensio will go down the pecking order, and he's already down. He will go even further down. I think, you know what, if you compare Brahim Diaz and Asensio, Brahim is younger, and I reckon he might get a chance, which probably then puts Asensio even lower. And if you're Asensio, you're going, I love Real Madrid, I've been at the club for 8 years or so, but it's time to reconsider. It's time to try another project. And you know what? I think what will be a good deal for Milan is getting Asensio and Brahim coming back to us. It's not good for us, it's good for Milan. I think Asensio fits AC Milan. They need a right winger. They've got Leao on the left. They need a right winger. Asensio on the right hand side. Guaranteed starter. Bang. Perfect. His rumours with Barca is not happening. It's not happening. It's not happening. There's no way he goes across to Barca in the first place. There's no way his agent has been talking to Barca specifically for the last few months. I just think he's trying to take the piss. I think Jorge Mendes does this to manipulate things. Not only is he trying to try to get Real Madrid to give him a better offer, but try to see if other teams are interested. It's manipulative, and anyone with a brain knows what they're trying to do here. There's no way Jorge Mendes went to Barca and only Barca said, we want to offer you Asensio. And then when Milan comes in, go, we're not looking for Asensio. No! Inter comes in, no! We only want Asensio to go to Barca, Real's biggest rivals. Doesn't that sound stupid? It actually is, by the way. So look, his agent may be talking to Barca, but it's not only Barca, and it's not a done deal, and I believe it's not going to happen. So we can forget about that. We can actually forget about that. So look, whatever happens with Asensio, if he goes to Milan, if he goes to Arsenal, Liverpool, wherever, I just wish him all the best. Because if there's one thing I would agree on, is I kind of feel bad for him, because he's always been this role of a backup. When Bale was here, when Ronaldo was here, backup. After those left, backup to Vini, Rodrigo, Hazard, Valverde. It's not been a good time for him. And he's 27, he's going to be 28 soon. He's at that time of his career where he's hitting his prime. He's going to hit his prime. And if you want to rot on the bench, let's be honest, it sounds horrific, but if you want to stay on the bench and rot, so be it, you can be. But I don't think Asensio wants that. I think he wants to play. And I think he would even lower his wage demands, maybe, to get a guaranteed role at maybe like a Milan or Arsenal or Liverpool or whatever. So we'll see what happens with Asensio. I just wish him all the best if he's leaving. No hard feelings, it's not one of those players that you lose, you go, God damn it, we cannot let him go. But obviously it's not something that I will be going, yes, that's it, let him go. It's weird, but so be it. Some chances. Speaking of Asensio, he had a good chance after just 16 minutes. His volley saved. And then he and Benzema playing some brilliant 1-2s. I mean, look back at that chance. I mean, that was incredible. 18 minutes in, brilliant 1-2. And then Benzema's outside of the boot shot saved. Rodrigo pulls it back for Ceballos, whose shot was deflected straight to Gale. before Benzema's rebound smashes the bar and down, but not over the line, so no goal. In the 34th minute, Rodrigo is some trickery before Gil denies him 40 minutes in, and Benzema smashing the frame of the post 53 minutes in. So it tells you all you need to know. Cádiz weren't productive too much. Yes, they maybe had a couple of shots, but they weren't testing us entirely. It could have been 3-4-5-0. Maybe we should have done better in that regard. And I think I look at the last few games. I look at Chelsea and I go, we could have put 3-4-5 by Chelsea as well, but we only put 2. So maybe that might be a sign of concern. But you know what? Let's just appreciate where we are, and at least we're not losing games, shall we? In terms of this game, I'm happy we got the 3 points. It's not easy, like I said at the start, to go away to a team like Cádiz, who we know very, very well, by the way. If you're a Real Madrid fan, you know very well that they play defensive football. And obviously, it's not going to be easy. And we gone there, we dominated them away at their ground. 35 shots, 11 on target, 2 goals. Could have been 3-4-5. We'll take it and we'll move on. Chelsea next. And yeah, I will talk more about the Chelsea game in my preview for the Chelsea one. So yeah, stay tuned. I don't know where I'll record it. I'll be a bit busy on Monday and Tuesday, and the game is happening on Wednesday, I believe. So I might have to record it after this. In fact, I think I will record it after this, and I'll upload it maybe on Monday or Tuesday. But do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button if you did, subscribe to the channel that's on already, and I'll see you guys in the next one, guys. Okay, peace.